pictures of where your inspiration comes from, and it's really clear. I can see the woman without her leg, and I can imagine your son and the people at the bar. Really interesting to hear that you see something in the real world and put it on a stage. I want to ask, how do you do it when you write? Marion, as for an example, are you sitting in your own office writing, or do you talk to other artists about your work, or do you try to do it on a stage with actors, or how is your process from starting to write and until it was put on stage for 2 years ago?
It started for me on a writing course in Sweden, where there were actors who played out what we wrote.
So you wrote something and they played it, and
also,
you could see what works and what
didn't work.
Yeah.
I had to think it in Faroese and write it in Danish and explain Swedish actors what I had written through a lot of filters. But it was very exciting to see it on the stage right away when we had written. But this was just a very small part.
A small part of it, yeah.
But and from there, it evolved to other things. What I do when I write is that I like to listen to conversations. So I'm like spying on what people say.
What people say.
It's not intentional, but sometimes you find things you can use.
And where do you do that? In shopping center and cafes and all around?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the characters in this play, actually one you couldn't see in this staging, but he had a way of repeating himself in a very funny way. So he's an evil character in this, but he has a very funny way of repeating his sentences. He says, that's what I mean, that's what I said. It's not what I said, but he has this pattern, so it's kind of funny to try to use these things.
Yeah.
So it's a puzzle for me.
Yeah. And Cecilia, I think it's very interesting to hear about your son and how you used yourself and not doing it.
It's not the whole picture, because in Copenhagen we had a chance. There were a group of dramatists, playwrights, and we got some money, and we got some contact with different theaters. So our plays were not stage read, but not with an audience, but they were tried in 2 days.
Like a reading.
Yeah, they worked with it. It was Søren Iversen on Huset Theater, and in two different periods with 2 different crews of actors. And what I did, I really listened to them, how they work, how they ask, what is this and what is this and what is that, and why does he say that and that.
And there was,
and also, if a man comes and he holds a woman and she said, no, that's too much, then I wrote it down. So the character was going to say, no, it's too much.
So that was in the writing.
I hunted for life.
Yeah. So you wrote something before that, and then you worked with these.
Then I widened it with the experience.
Expanded
of the actors.
And Ahti, did you also work with some artists during your writing process? Or
not in the first draft. But I usually do the first draft by myself, and it's kind of a suggestion. And then then I have a few people who are who I trust, and I show the work for them, and when I work on and
so they read it and you talk about it?
Yeah, we talk about it, and then it goes to afterwards the whole group gets it. Because I usually work at this one theater, we know each other quite well, and our ways of working quite well. So in the rehearse period, it won't change anymore so much. It's between these readings and these discussions that I make the like the final draft.
Do they order the plays from you, or do you get inspiration and write and show it to them?
Well, it's in between.